My shoulder kills. Oh, well, that's what you get for painting all night by yourself.
Did you take any pain medication?
No, I didn't have any, and Anna couldn't go out and get any for me, nor could she help me paint because she had to study for her cooking exam, which you would think might involve some cooking, but no, dinner is still my obligation.
Pardon me?
It's so dusty in that house.
Oh, man.
I haven't had an asthma attack in like 10 years, and last night I almost passed out. Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Good night. Hey, how's
house is a wreck.
Charity doing?
Oh, much better. Thank you very much for asking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, she's at home resting now, just taking it easy. So we're all, making sure we're around and at home, and I'm doing a lot of the cooking and stuff. But it's bringing the family closer together, right?
Glad to hear that. That's great.
Yeah, we're spending a lot of time together, and actually we've even come up with a little idea as a family. We've invented a board game that we all play together. It's called Canadianorama.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's fun. Actually, I have a prototype of it right here.
Really? You invented a board game.
That's right. Great.
Dana.
Phil, how are you doing?
How are you, sweetheart?
I'm well. Come sit down.
Thank you. Oh, excuse me. What are you doing on the train?
I'm like on this train every day. That's so nice.
What do you do these days?
This is Randy.
Hi.
Hi,
I
Randy.
haven't seen you since the Take Back the Night rally.
Months and months and months.
I'm at school at the moment. I'm in a band.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Busy.
That's great.
Yeah.
Did you go to the rally last night?
Oh my gosh, it was. It slipped my mind. It's the anti-hate rally,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
There was an anti-hate rally last night?
Yeah, up on Bathurst.
Damn.
It was
Because of what happened to
exactly all the graffiti.
Right.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic.
Was it a good turnout?
Over 1,000 people.
Oh man, of
And
course I missed
despite
it.
the rain and everything, it was a fantastic turnout. People of all races, all religions. There were flags and kids. It was really powerful. It was quite fantastic.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's good.
It was really great.
Brenda Murphy.
Whitney Houston.
Have you been watching the news?
No, Liz and Pete told me about it. Oh, how was it?
Fabulous. Fabulous. I
You didn't wear
nervous.
this though.
No.
It's a bit
I looked
racy.
very newsworthy.
Oh.
I wasn't even nervous. I thought I would be, but I wasn't.
Really?
No, not at all. I was a natural, as a matter of fact.
Oh gosh, they said you were great.
Yeah.
Pete said he saw it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was at
In
the
the
perfect
food
time.
court.
You know it's live, right?
Really?
Yeah, it's live. Well, they can't pre-record it. Like,
Oh
It
right.
has to be live.
Right. TV. It's a hypnotizing mistress, isn't it?
Especially with me on your screen. Hello. It was perfect. I only had like 35 seconds to do like the whole spiel, and they gave me the
Really?
Tropicast. Well, of course.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was great.
What a boyfriend you have.
Oh yeah, I'm so thankful to Anwar. But me, Pooja, Alan, and Christine Crosby, we're all fast friends now.
Who's Pooja?
Pooja.
You start in Barrie, you go around Canada, and you finish in Barrie, answering questions along the way, right? So here you are. Let's say you're this piece, right? You're starting thing,
The
right?
penny.
And you go, each question you get right, you move through, right? You're here, Barrie, and you're Marathon, right? Then Thunder Bay, then Kenora, Winnipeg, Dauphin, Yorkton, Regina, Saskatoon, Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer, Kamloops.
We get it. Ow. We get it.
You're all right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no,
let's
we're
say
clear on that.
let's say you made it all the way over here and you're on Kamloops.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question from Western Canada. Liz.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What's the park in Alberta where natives ran bison off a cliff to their deaths?
Bison Park.
Bison Park. Bison Park.
Well, what is it?
Is that part of it where you laugh at people when they get it wrong?
No. Good try.
Okay, thanks.
Head smashed in. Head smashed in.
And how are people supposed to know that? I mean, it just seems a little specific.
Are you
to me,
Canadian
that's
or
all.
not?
Yes, I'm Canadian.
All
I
right,
just
next
think-
question. What's the part of Toronto where all the Chinese restaurants are?
Chinatown.
Yeah!
Hey, I got one.
Right.
There you go.
But that's
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
They dismissed using the rape shield law, and I can't help, but I'm sorry, it's just because it's Kobe Bryant. I mean, what it must have been for her, this is the first time that yesterday was the first time she had seen her since the encounter.
The victims just keep getting more and more victimized. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't care that he's a celebrity. I don't care the fact that she has to air this in public, in front of her parents, in front of all of these people. They have no right to know.
And it's got to be very horrifying to be thrust in that situation,
Oh, yeah.
especially the media spotlight. But, you know, there's a part of me that thinks that, what about, okay, victims' rights? They're there, and they're very valid. But if you're accused of something as horrible as rape, whether you've done it or not, don't you think it's your right as the accused to use whatever means necessary to defend yourself? I'm not defending Kobe Bryant at all. You know, that situation is that situation, but I mean, that's a justice system. It's supposed to be
think about-
impartial and fair.
Think about what this
to everyone.
might do to all the other women who have been assaulted, who have been raped, and who are
Yes.
afraid to speak up now.
And
This is going to terrify them even
Absolutely,
further.
and it takes a lot of courage to have to stand up and to face your accusers.
Huge amount of...
And I understand that completely, but at the same time, you're dealing with people's lives, and yes, they're the victims' rights, but they're also the accused rights, and it is innocent until proven guilty. That's this justice system.
Because how many times in your life are you going to get to do the weather on the morning news?
Well,
Right?
not many.
Yeah, like never.
Probably.
So thankfully, the producer made a copy of the news segment for me,
Oh, nice.
which is good to add to the copy that I made on my VCR at home. So I had copies coming out of my ears
Oh,
practically.
good.
So I gave one to my mom, one to Simone, took one into work. Okay, I put it in. They were lucky that I remembered to make a copy for them. Put it in.
Sure.
We're watching it, all I can hear, why did you wear that wig, Shannon? Why didn't you wear the straight one? You know, and couldn't you find the frame? How come you're going in and out of frame like that?
Isn't that
I did not need to
typical?
hear
I mean,
that.
that's just like today. My
Okay.
boss, Everett. Oh my gosh, he borrowed all these files that from me, right? And a system that I've developed over the years. There's color coding, numerical coding, and he uses it one day, misuses the files, and then says to me, "Oh, perhaps we should put a new system in place."
No, he didn't.
dismisses. Yes, and I've developed this system specifically for our office over 8 years, and he just dismisses like, well, perhaps that's not the best system.
Exactly.
He knows, like one day.
Well,
and
they
he
said I was talking too fast. I was trying to keep pace. You know, Anwar, he had a pace that he was giving his North American
course.
news, so I wanted to keep pace with that.
You were
And I
looking
think-
at that expertise of what was required in that environment,
Exactly.
and then used your mental capacity, which is hello, correct,
Thank
and then
you.
they just roll right over you.
I don't
They think
understand.
they're better than you, right?
Honestly,
like
they
dismiss
work in
what
a
you
salon.
say.
What do they know
Good
about
Lord.
working behind a
Oh,
camera?
and let me tell you
framing,
how this all
everything.
started. So,
So you're setting off and you're in Moosonee. A moose in Moosonee. All right, there you go.
So can I be the fish hook?
You wanna-
Which
you wanna
is a
be the
little,
fish hook?
A little dangerous.
Okay.
For the kids playing the game.
Well, if they're too young to play with fish hooks, they're too young to be playing this game. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here's your first
Board
question.
games are for older people.
Okay, that's true. All right. Where is the Molson Brewery, north of Toronto? Clue.
Oh, that-
Clue. All right.
Yep.
Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries.
Yes, Johnny. I think that would be in Barrie.
Okay, I'm just gonna check the answer. And you're right. Ding, 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 ding. Not just a pretty face.
Oh well.
Okay, quick
You're smart.
question. Why is it that some questions have clues? Mainly the ones pertaining to Barrie.
Okay, interesting point. Okay, next question. Another Ontario question. What's the only lizard in Ontario? Only species of lizard in Ontario.
Don't know.
Iguana?
An iguana. A skink. A skink.
A skink.
You ever seen a skink?
No, can't say that I have.
You've seen skanks though, haven't you? All right, next question.
Okay, so now what exactly are the rules of this game? I mean, you kind of go from one city to the next, but how many cities can you go at once, and what direction are you going exactly?
Good questions.
Yeah.
See, it's a thinking man's game.
I mean, when I was his age, I was thinking about getting my driver's license. I was thinking about going to parties. I mean, what must have been going on in his mind? Oh, knowing he had an 18-pound bomb strapped to his body.
You're thinking, I don't want to die. He was thinking, I don't want to.
It's cowardly. It's just plain cowardly because clearly he didn't do that to himself. Clearly someone strapped a bomb on him. Clearly someone told him what the situation was.
Yeah.
And he went, I mean, if you have a belief, stand up for it. Show your face. You be the one to strap the bomb onto you then, and you walk out in front of all the
I understand that sentiment exactly, but I mean, obviously the Palestinians who put him up to it felt that they had no other option. I mean, they don't have an army that can go toe-to-toe with the Israelis, right?
True.
So what do? They do the unthinkable because that's the only option that they feel they have to make a point. I mean, this type of strategic thinking has been around for centuries.
But using an innocent?
If you do the things your enemy expects you to do, you're going to lose.
And it would have killed like 200 or 300 innocent Palestinians that were at the checkpoint. It's.
I'm not condoning that.
I
I'm
have
not
a
doing any-
hard time with this subject. I really do. You hardly even know me, but I have a very difficult time with this because I was very pro-Palestine. And this issue, using a child like in this way, it infuriates me. It really
immoral.
does. It is. It is.
Unfortunately, it works.
Naturally, I had to go through all these files. You know, some of the names I remembered because I have a little bit of a photographic memory where files are concerned because it's my system, right? I mean, there's Lynn and Norm Donaldson, which, I mean, they were friends of Doug and I. I knew they were in the computer, but there was a whole bunch that weren't. And while I was doing that work, who comes waltzing in? Miss Fancy Britches herself, Darlene, my boss's assistant.
You know, she's probably jealous, right?
Well, she should be jealous.
Yeah, because that's how it starts. I'm dealing with jealousy too. Like Veronica, I didn't tell you about Veronica, did I?
I don't.
Veronica, I can't stand her. She thinks I should have worn a pantsuit in a darker color. I'm like, what do you know? Her claim to fame was some little video that she did in the 80s, right? The assistant to the assistant stylist. Like, what's that? Sounds like a gopher, right?
Well, when I was on TV, I'll tell you,
Honestly.
I know what that is like. When I did Shed for Brains, Cheryl was so darn jealous. Not to mention when I did the CH Morning Live, the big makeover.
I remember that.
Oh my gosh, the ladies in the church, some of those gals, they were so petty. You would think that they were in grade 2 the way they were behaving, you know? Some people. But you can't stop them, huh? They don't know how to stop.
Nope, they don't.
Okay, you are all the way up in, what's that say?
Fort Nelson.
Fort Nelson. You're still stuck in Thunder Bay, little buddy.
Yeah, my transformer is stuck in Ontario.
Okay,
You better get some right.
Here, you know what? We'll give you the turtle.
You're a turtle because you're slow. Okay, here's a question for you. All right, ready?
Yep.
Which city is the band Chilliwack from? A, Chilliwack, B, Nelson, C, Vernon, or D, Armstrong?
Chilliwack.
That's right. That's right. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you. I'm going to move on to Fort Simpson.
Oh, up into the Northwest Territories now.
Fort Simpson question. Now, I have another question.
Yep.
What are the dice for?
I don't know. At this point.
But a game should have dice.
Well,
That's.
I'm sure we can find a use for them at some point.
It's in development.
Okay, it's in development.
Dice are in development.
As I said, okay. What is the most famous salmon fishing river in New Brunswick?
I don't know.
The Miramichi.
Oh,
The Miramichi.
Miramichi.
Jeez.
Can't believe I didn't get that one.
You know?
Where did you get these questions?
Oh, I made them up.
Oh.
So what kind of research did you do? Any at all?
My life. My life is research.
And my youngest daughter asked me this morning if I was nervous to get on the train. And I hadn't even thought about that. I mean, with this new business about the bomb being found between France and Switzerland, yes, if it can happen there, it can happen here. And
How old's your daughter?
oh, the youngest one's 13.
Yeah.
The oldest one's 15. My partner's previous marriage.
Are you still together with Mike?
Yes.
See, but, I mean, the poor kids. I mean, especially like with Spain, with France. I mean, they found this. Luckily, like, can you imagine if that had gone off? The amount of commuters that are usually going from France to Switzerland.
I mean, in this thing, the kids have access to the internet. They have access to the television. They can see all the terrible things. I think that Spain, the coverage on Spain was incredible, and that is scary.
I mean, the world it feels like it's on its head at the moment. I mean, like Blair shaking hands with the Gaddafi.
Yeah.
Well,
What is
but
that?
the world hasn't changed that much. I mean, there's been conflict. Look at the Cold War.
No,
for 40 years we thought we were going to blow ourselves up with nuclear weapons. Right?
At least
that's
in
just
that
scary.
case, they're trying to make peace. At least in that case, whatever. The past is the past. Like, that is a case where they're trying to do good. I hope.
Absolutely.
What do you do, by the way?
Oh, I work for a small firm, MKC. I'm an electrical engineer. But,
There's always somebody out there who wants to tell you what to do, Doug's mother, holy smoke. I thought after Doug passed away that she would be maybe softer or something, but absolutely she's gone the other way. She thinks she knows how to raise my children better than I do.
Yeah, I mean, because what does Veronica know, or anybody at the salon? They work at a salon. They don't work in the television industry. The people at Global, they think I was really good. I don't know if he meant it or not.
When she decided to tell me that Lukey, that maybe he should go into military school, right? That's great. Have that little ball of anger with a rifle in his hands, terrific. And she doesn't think that Daniel and Crystal should go out, which I don't think that's a bad idea or observation, but she has no right doing that and saying that to me. Caitlin, she doesn't think that she should do the Listen Missy. She goes, oh, that's for tramps.
Right.
How could Caitlin loves that? If I took that away from her, oh my gosh, it would break her little heart,
Yeah.
But oh no, Mother Murphy, she knows everything. She's such a battle axe, She won't listen to me. Just drives me nuts.
it doesn't surprise me seeing Blair shake hands with Gaddafi. I mean, look at the United States and Japan. 60 years ago, mortal enemies. Now we have Sony Walkmans here, Sony DVD players, all type of Japanese
Randy,
cars.
sorry. What exactly is it that you do?
I'm an electrical engineer for MKZ.
Yeah.
He's humble. He's actually helping to develop imaging systems for the blind.
Well, I'm actually developing imaging systems that'll one day possibly be used.
MKZ is a defense contractor. So I was just
Well,
wondering.
yeah, I know, but MKZ, we also do a lot of other things, guidance systems for navigational systems for aircraft, commercial airliners, the technology for first response for paramedics.
And what exactly are you working on right now?
Well, I'm working on designing circuits for imaging systems.
For what?
Guidance systems packages for cruise missiles.
Huh.
I don't want it to be too much like Trivial Pursuit.
Well, I mean, you don't have the little pies or anything.
Although they did one thing right. They did one thing right. When they were making the game, they sold shares for $250.
I wish I'd been around to buy one of those.
People would have been millionaires.
It's true.
People were millionaires. You want to be a millionaire? You win?
Oh, yo.
Huh?
Let's not talk business right now. We're playing a game. I have one more question until I get back to Barry.
All right.
Okay, hit me.
Who is Canada's strongest man as of 2004?
I know this. My company sponsored him. Hugo Girard.
That's right.
Huh?
You win. You win, Canadian
I know
Rama.
that.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, Johnny, these
great.
questions are all based on random facts about Canada that only you know, and,
All right.
somehow you do too.
Don't worry about it. You want to get in? You want to buy a share? $100 a share?
Well, it's in development, Johnny. You just keep on plugging away. Thanks for the great game. That was very fun. You go, Gerard. I can't believe
This
I
board
did
is
that.
just a map with a bunch of random
Thanks.
pictures of dogs and fish and trucks.
Thanks.
I mean, Canadianorama, that sounds like a game show. There should be a wheel or something.
I think she's in.
gown, Muriel, at the church. You would not believe. I mean, you're at church. You're not supposed to be a big bossy boots. You're supposed to be gracious. Well, we're working on the Easter pageant, eh? Well, she doesn't want my advice. I mean, I've done the Easter pageant many years, but she said, no, I don't want to do the past. I'm going to do something new. She acts like she personally knows Christ. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. It's like their best friend or something.
Excuse me, Brenda.
And,
Can I have an autograph, please, so that we go out for dinner this weekend? You're not mobbed.
You saw it.
You were so great.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be hard to go out with you this weekend on our man mission because
my shades.
she does not understand the concept of what Easter is about and the pageant. And
Hang on. Did you like the outfit that I wore?
you looked so
Not too flashy.
beautiful, and you spoke so eloquently. And
thank you.
oh, it was amazing.
You know it was live. Well, of course you know.
She's
it was live.
clearly a summer, right?
Yeah,
She's always
he was.
wearing these pastels, and it washes her face out.
And what should I wear? Maybe like where are we gonna go? Somewhere fancy, so I have to get all dressed
You know
up.
what?
or-
Let's do something cash.
Okay.
You know, let's just
Some
change
good
it up.
like live music or something.
Yeah. Oh, now you're talking. Maybe it's like jazz.
Yeah, because
A
we need
nice
to be
jazz
man
club.
magnets.
music
so I can get a little something.
Yes, and it will be all about you,
Yes. Well, it'll be hard with
not the celebrity over here. I
Sign
know.
my autograph.
Okay.
I am not the one that decides to fire these weapons, okay? I'm not the one who targets and decides what gets blown up and what doesn't.
Pass the buck. I mean, you're a part of this. You're a cog in the giant wheel. You are so a part of this. You
I
can't remove
designed
yourself from
the
that.
guidance systems for these missiles to try to save lives so that innocent people don't get killed. All right? These are weapons of war. They're
the
used
missiles
against
are still
military
going out
targets.
there, and people are still getting killed. You're not stopping anybody from getting killed. You're
I am
still
not
aiding in-
killing these people. I'm not personally napalming any of these people. I don't make warheads, right? What we do is so small, okay? It's just the guidance system.
I can't believe how you can remove yourself from the situation so completely.
You know what? Okay, you know what, Andy? I don't even know what to say to you. Okay? I have always had the utmost respect for you, and now I'm sitting across from a stranger. I thought you were a better person.
This is why I don't tell anybody what I do for a living. Because they judge me.